Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, I'm Kevin Harlan. Allie LaForce will be our reporter tonight on the sideline. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Backcourt pair will be Curry and Podziemski. Kuminga steps in at the 4 with Green sliding up to center. And it's Butler in at the 3. And for the Bucks, Turner at center with Antetokounmpo next to him. Guard pair, Porter and Trent. And it's Green in at the small forward. Hey, Stan, what's it like to coach these two teams with all the veterans on each roster?
Well, Kevin, it makes your job a lot easier as a coach. Young players sometimes are just learning what it takes to win. They can get caught up in a lot of distractions. These veteran teams can shut out the noise. They know what it takes, and they're going to focus on what they need to do to get a win.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo, and he just worked New York in that last game. Plays it up and banks it in.
Well, this is the problem Giannis presents. Stopping him inside is such a challenge.
Outside Butler. Back to Curry. Shot clock at 6. Milwaukee with the rebound. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
I was able to spend a few minutes with Doc Rivers. We discussed their matchup against Stephen Curry, and Coach told me we have to be active. We have to be intense. We need to deny him the ball and smother him when he does have it. We have to take away his breathing room. Well, we know what happens when you give Curry room to operate, guys. Kevin, back to you.
Allie, thank you so much. Now, here's Porter. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Over Curry. Rebound by Butler. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against the Clippers. And Jimmy Butler is what some might call an old-school kind of player. Would you agree, Greg?
Yeah, I mean, he's all toughness, grit, and basketball IQ. A tone setter at the defensive end who plays unselfishly. That guy is all about winning.
The Warriors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Kuminga finds Green. Curry against Turner, and the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Curry looking around. Shot clock at 5. Over Porter.
Yeah, they're still looking for some cohesion offensively.
Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. Pass to Trent. Shoots over Podziemski. That misses off the backboard.
Far from an ideal start, only 1 for 5. Let's see if they can turn it around.
Butler on the way. Outside Kuminga. Here's Podziemski. A three-pointer off the mark. The Bucks trail. Here's Trent. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist.
Loving the skill Trent has inside. Just finding a crack in the armor to get the bucket.
Curry against Porter. Outside Curry. Puts it up from 15. Podziemski's shot is good.
And Curry isn't just a lights-out scorer. He's also efficient at moving the ball and getting it to his teammates.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Here's Porter. The Warriors pull it in.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And it's the Bucks on the break. Here's Antetokounmpo.
Power and grace of Giannis, making it look easy like few others can.
And GA, we know Coach Steve Kerr has been up front. In order to win, the Warriors need to take and make a lot of threes.
Well, it's the superpower of their best player. And the arrival of Jimmy Butler has provided some balance, but threes are still their best bet.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. The Bucs with some changes. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Gary Trent, and Rollins subbed in for Porter. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Bucs. Trailing by 2, they are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And after that game, it was impressive to look at the box score and see the work they did at the free throw line.
Well, they worked very hard to earn those whistles, playing assertive basketball and going right into the defenders.
Now here's Hield. Outside, Horford. Over onto Antetokounmpo. Horford, no luck.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle.
How do you even come up with something like that? Giannis is an artist.
Oh, that's an outstanding view from the AT&T Connected Cam. Turner against Horford. Pass to Spencer. Now here's Hield. Horford with the screen on Green. And here is Horford. Three-pointer. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got 5 rebounds tonight. Turner with a screen on Horford. Antetokounmpo passes to Turner, and it's in there.
Yeah, and over the years, Turner's gotten better at converting and-one chances.
The Bucs shooting their first free throw of the night.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
A different look for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Prince in for Green.
For Milwaukee, Miles Turner. One shot.
And you see how Turner's built out his game over time, adding strength, improving his footwork at both ends. Can't say enough about his commitment to progress.
Now here's Butler. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Clippers.
Well, he's so potent offensively. It's easy to draw up plays for him.
And here's Kuzma. No scoring in this one. From the arc. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Bucs lead by 1. And we'll be back with you right after this. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They've got Horford. Jimmy Butler is out there with Trace Jackson Davis. Then it's Hield and Richard. Rollins with the bucket. Rollins got his first 2 points.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
And you've got to be up on Hield, especially when he's beyond the arc. If not, he'll burn you.
Kuzma outside. Right wing. Nice shot by Portis. Portis has got it all tied up now for the Bucks.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
And Stan, you remember this past summer, the story was, will the Bucks or will they not trade Giannis?
It's tough to carry on business as usual with all those clouds swirling. We know how loyal he's been, but questions remain about his ability to compete for a title in Milwaukee.
And for Milwaukee, they're shooting at 50% in a decent group. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you, guys. The Warriors have come a long way during the Curry era. Draymond Green said, quote, "We built this thing up from the laughingstock of the NBA. I take a great deal of pride in that. I think about this organization like it's mine. If the Warriors win the championship 10 years from now, that's our championship, period." Kevin, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Now, here's Horford. Pass to Hield for three. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Over to the wing. Back to Kuzma. Here's Rollins. Another key contributor to that nice win against New York. Clock at 4. The shot's good from Kuzma.
Credit Kuzma there. Knew how much time was on the shot clock.
And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Coach, bring in a variety of new opponents. Rosters definitely get put to a test, don't they?
They sure do, Kevin. Every team hits you in a different way, and you've got to develop the proper counter punches. That's something that has to be focused on in these early games.
Here's Green. Nothing on the board. Golden State moving it around. And they double up Butler. Curry with it. Now guarded by Porter. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Podziemski. Drops in the tray. Podziemski's got 5 points so far.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Green kicks to Portis. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Misses off the right iron. The Warriors leading. Here's Curry with the three, and the Warriors another three.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Porter passes to Giannis. And a flush by Antetokounmpo!
Great use of the pick by Antetokounmpo. Reading the game and getting the hoop.
And if you look at what he's done over the last few years, Greg, is Giannis still getting better?
The numbers say yes. Field goal percentage, points per game. He's still a double-digit rebounder, an all-time great, breaking new ground.
And so Giannis will bring it up for Milwaukee. Trailing by 2. They host the Kings after this game. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Now Podziemski. 5 points in the game. Curry passes to Green. Count it. And the Warriors lead by 2.
And one thing about Draymond, he almost invites contact.
Porter kicks to Portis. Pass to Antetokounmpo. They get it back. Porter. And here's Trent outside. Good on the triple. Trent's got 5 now. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Outside, Kuminga. Over Giannis. It's rebounded by Portis.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And Portis throws it down.
Plenty of power behind that move from Portis. He likes hammering it down with as much authority as possible.
Porter against Curry. From past the arc, the 3 ball from Curry.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Tie game in Milwaukee. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
And we thank you for joining us at halftime. The Golden State Warriors are in a closely contested game.
You'll see teams attempt to space the floor, but these guys really do it. They've got great shooters who take great shots.
And a few times, even when they didn't have a good look, they made it look good.
Taking a peek now at the upcoming schedule.
Well, looking at the Warriors, you expect this game to go down to the wire, and if it does, it'll be good for the coaches to see who performs well late in a tight game.
Invaluable information, no doubt. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Guard pair, Porter and Trent. Turner at center with Antetokounmpo next to him. And it's Green in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Now here's Curry. 6 to shoot. Launches a 3. Rebound, Milwaukee.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Porter kicks to Trent. Turner with the screen for Trent. Pass to Turner. It's stolen by Green. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. Porter with the steal. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. And the turnover again by Milwaukee.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Curry. Great showing for him last season. 11th in scoring. And he also finished in the top 20 of the assist rankings, making plays for others and making his teammates better.
And as you said, the league's best free throw shooter last season. What a tremendous asset, especially in clutch situations. Now here's Butler. Back to Curry. Lets it go with a 3. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, he's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
Greg, over the last 9 seasons, the Bucks with the second most wins in the regular season.
I mean, a dominant run to be sure. Not to mention the franchise's second ever title back in 21. Those are things you can never take away.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And now here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best teams from three-point land a year ago. The Bucks #1.
You know, they went through stretches when they just didn't miss from beyond the arc. I mean, that carried them right to the top of that list.
Porter finds Turner. Porter, bounce pass. Antetokounmpo against Kuminga. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Antetokounmpo inside. Defended by Kuminga. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And one way players look to expand their game, adding counter moves to keep defenders off balance. Greg, what was something you added that really gave defenders pause?
You know, the snatch back pull up, you know, using your speed to kind of get the defender going downhill, and then you slam on the brakes and just create that separation to then go into attack mode.
No good on the free throw. And you look at the addition of Jimmy Butler. G.A., why has he been such a fit for the Warriors?
He really is an unselfish, high IQ superstar, and that's what the Warriors are all about. And his isolation, interior scoring, has given them another look offensively.
What I appreciate most about Green is his leadership. Strong vocally on and off the floor.
Outside Butler. Off the left rim and out.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to.
Oh, Giannis up high and down hard.
Great timing. Giannis able to complete the oop.
Curry kicks to Kuminga. 14 feet away, and he gets it to go. Podziemski's got 7. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. Trent with the wide open look. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Trent's got 5 points in the quarter. Pass to Podziemski. From outside the arc, buries the long-range jumper. 10 points for him.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Turner passes to Porter. Outside, Green. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Giannis, that's a two-pointer. And Curry pulls it down.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Golden State needs to get off a shot. And the three ball is good. Now it's a 4-point Warrior lead.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
So, GA, when you think about Steph Curry's legacy, he changed the way the NBA game is played.
Man, it is hard to find a player who's had the impact of a Steph Curry, making us rethink what is possible. Curry's endless range has really inspired a generation.
Portis, he's checked in for the Bucks. Kyle Kuzma comes in for A.J. Green. And then for Golden State, Al Horford, he's checked in for Kuminga. Moody comes in for Butler. And Hield subbed in for Brandon Podziemski. We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter. Porter kicks to Kuzma. Fires for three. Horford with the rebound. Warriors leading by 4. Greg, their offensive approach has been rock solid here.
And they're finding the weak spots in the D and attacking.
Moody the pass to Curry. They kick out to Hield. Offline with his 3. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Porter passes to Kuzma. Can't hit that one. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Warriors. Next game, they'll take on the Pacers in Indianapolis at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. A different look for Milwaukee. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Miles Turner. Taurean Prince comes in for Gary Trent. And Rollins subbed in for Porter. .51 seconds left to play in the third. Horford with a screen on Prince. Pass to Jackson Davis. Shot clock at 3. That's a 2 from Hield. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Hield's got his second basket of the night.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And Antetokounmpo shines it in.
And one of the most athletic players in the league. Giannis makes those alley-oop jams look easy.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Horford with the screen on Rollins. Pass to Jackson Davis. Portis against Horford. Healed outside. And the three off target. The third quarter comes to a close. The Warriors on top, up by 4. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. Now let's listen in to head coach Steve Kerr.
Keep everything sharp, keep the cuts hard, cutting through contact, passes sharp, and the ball's going to fall for us. We can't give up the easy ones down here, right?
I can tell that he wants his team to be precise with their decision-making.
Kevin, he's aware of just how special they are when they play smart and play together.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. They're going with Hield and Butler on the wing. Horford is out there with Trace Jackson Davis. And it's Spencer in at the 1. Butler against Kuzma. Great D that time from Portis.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
And they double up on Antetokounmpo. Kuzma can't get it to go. The Warriors leading. Spencer, the pass to Butler. Hard earned by Butler.
And Butler tremendously strong for a wing. That really helps inside.
Giannis outside. And Horford pulls it down. Horford's got 4 rebounds in this game. Butler with the ball. Picked up by Kuzma. Off on the layup.
Well, with his team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
Pass to Rollins. Back to Giannis. Prince looking around. Left side, out of the Antetokounmpo. Shoots over Jackson Davis. And again, the Bucks miss.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Hield can't hit. Bucks trail by 4. Kuzma outside. Pass to Rollins. Kuzma outside. Puts up a deep 3. And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That is his first foul of the game. And the Bucks with some changes. Green comes in for Taurean Prince. And Anthony subbed in for Rollins. And Golden State also making a change. Curry's checked in. Warriors leading by 4. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Milwaukee. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Portis. Trent comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And Kevin Porter's subbed in for Anthony. And then for Golden State, Green, he's checked in for Horford. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Trace Jackson Davis. And it's Brandon Pajemski in for Heel. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr had to say to the team. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. Kuminga against Antetokounmpo. Says, get off me!
And as a coach, it's such a luxury to have a player like Giannis, someone you can always rely on.
Butler against Green. Curry on the wing. And it's sent back by Turner.
Well, this is the kind of rim protection Turner provides. He knows his team relies on him to protect the paint.
Now Green. That one drops.
Coming up huge when they needed him to. Turner relishes getting the chance to hit big shots.
Butler outside. Now Green. Curry outside, lets loose a three. Down he goes for three.
And with a limitless jump shot, the elusive ball handling skills, Curry can get a bucket pretty much whenever he wants.
Antetokounmpo. Inside. Antetokounmpo. Automatic.
And you know he knows he's the leader of this team. Giannis embracing the opportunity to come through with big baskets.
And the foul on Miles Turner. That's his first foul. .131 left in the fourth quarter. Bucks trail by 3. Picked his pocket. Green with the ball. Now Green defending.
Fearless. Draymond Green gets it done in the moment.
Trent with it. Now onto the Antetokounmpo. It's stolen by Kuminga. Curry finishes off the break.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
And down goes the three.
Huge bucket from Trent Jr., showing off just how reliable he is on offense.
Curry, nice take from Curry. Now Green. Strong move off the glass.
Well, you love assisted hoops. That's good offense.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. corner. Antetokounmpo. Good.
Well, this is what you want to see from Giannis. Your biggest stars stepping up in the biggest moments.
And so they foul intentionally.
Gary Trent Jr. First personal foul. Second team foul. Stephen Curry. Lines for two.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Taking care of business at the line, and he adds some cushion to their lead.
Antetokounmpo outside. It's Turner. It's Trent on the wing. He's defended by Podziemski. And it misses. And that's an intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Team foul. At the line for the Warriors, Stephen Curry. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They trail by 8. What's your take, guys?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
Well, I've been in this spot more times than I'd like to admit. All you can do is tell your guys to hold their heads up and finish strong.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You know, give them credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
At the line for the Warriors, Stephen Curry taking 2 shots.
2 shots. Last on the first.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 9. Stephen Curry hits them both.
Great composure there. Calmly knocks them down to put this game out of reach.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
So now, let's send it over to the sideline where Allie LaForce is standing by with our player of the game.
Steph, I know it's still early, but how do you evaluate this team and its ability to go the distance?
In terms of communicating about our principles and how we're going to be successful, trying to chase another championship, we're definitely on the same page. Just a matter of staying focused every night, giving the best effort we can, and just, you know, enjoying the journey because it's a long year.
Well, you've been there. You know what it takes. Thanks, Steph.
Terrific, Allie. Thanks. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. And now we present the player of the game, Stephen Curry.